Hi, Chris Johnson, CEO of the Urban Task Force. Our latest magazine, Urban Ideas, is about mixed use, and we've explored the whole concept of mixed use, and we believe it is the urban future. We need much more vitality in our urban areas. So I just want to go through a bit of the background of what we've put into this magazine. We got Vernon Dahl, a Dutch urban designer, to look a bit at some Dutch examples, and here they are. This is the De Rotterdam by OMA. Rem Koolhaas is the architect for this, and you'll see a series of 3 towers all interlocked and connected, but as you can see from the coloured diagram here, there are different uses. So some of it's a hotel, some of it's a commercial space, some of it's residential space. So this complex is very much about mixed use. The second one I want to show you is called Markthal, and it's by MVRDV. And this is an incredible concept in terms of mixed use. This is an open air market, but to put a roof over the market, an apartment building has been curved right over the top, and the apartment building is filled with obviously apartments, and some of them look down into the central space, most of them look outwards. And get a view outside. But this is a total rethink of how a building, and you can see in these images, wraps around a marketplace, and there are also shops in the bottom level of it as well. So mixing up in quite a dynamic way, I think, is part of what we're doing. The projects I want to show are a number that our members have produced. We have East Village by Pace, and this is the one we put on our cover. It's the winner of the Development of the Year through the Urban Task Force Awards in 2015. You can see from this little circular diagram, it shows the balance of blue being residential, 38%, green being retail, 23%, and 39% in the purple, which is commercial space. So this is very much a genuine mixed-use building. The entrance you can see here, looking into East Village, Coles sign, and you can see through into the retail space underneath. Here is a view looking across the retail. There's incredible flowing ceiling of timber done by Koichi Takada, a beautiful sort of space. You can see now from the section where we've coloured in the same fashion. So the bright green is the retail, and it looks at a number of retail outlets in here. This includes health food provisions, specialty retailers, a Coles supermarket, Chinese restaurant. It's got all sorts of things in there. But the purple bit going through is commercial uses. So there's a Montessori Academy, there's My Health Medical Centre, there's an Audi Service Centre, a commercial centre, there's a Virgin Active Health Club, and we've shown you a couple of images of some of those as I've talked about this. But amazingly, if you look at the section, on top of all of this, the blue part is residential. And here is now an image looking out across, just in the evening, at the residential component. This beautiful big square, a very large landscape space that is 6,500 square metres, a sky park they've called it, with a whole series of residential units wrapping around this. So 206 contemporary apartments up above this development. So a fabulous example of just how to do this type of development. If we continue on, I just want to show you the next project, and I'll go through some of these fairly quickly because we have quite a few. This is the Gateway South by Dildam in Parramatta, and I'm just showing here the view looking down over Parramatta. You can see Parramatta Station on the right-hand side, but you can see on the left-hand side 3 tall towers, and in front of it 2 horizontal buildings. The horizontal buildings in front are commercial. In this case, the circle describing this is 65% residential, and that is the 3 towers behind these horizontal buildings. 27% is commercial, and about 8% is a retail development. So a slightly different approach with different buildings picking up the mixed use, but still providing, I think, a very interesting approach to how we can actually accommodate mixed use. The next project is one that won this year's Development Excellence of the Year Award, Development of the Year for 2016. Pacific Bondi Beach has a mixture of shops, hotels, luxury apartments. It's got a bit of everything. You can see on this wheel here, it's largely residential, 21% is commercial, which is a hotel, so it's a new hotel. The 11% is the hotel, 21% the green is the retail. So it's on Campbell Parade in Bondi, so a lot of retail, restaurants, cafes and shops. But amazingly perched up on top of all this are these incredible apartments, lighthouses they're called. This is a view inside one of them, looking out across towards the ocean, and you can see the ocean behind. So another take on a very vital approach to mixed-use development, I think, is a really impressive approach to building different solutions. The last one I want to show very quickly is one that Holdmark have done at Shepherd's Bay. This is a close-up view just showing the square, a lot of people out in the square, going down to the supermarket, shops, retail, a bustling centre on the ground level and apartments above. So these are examples in Sydney of really interesting ways that this project can actually work. On the back cover, we've put an interesting diagram of the Shard in London. And you can see from the colours again, the purple being commercial, offices, well, I'll go from the bottom, a retail at the bottom, offices, restaurants in the middle, then a hotel, then residential, and then viewing areas. So another example of mixed-use development. This is all projects by our key developers. You can see the names here, Pace, Dildam, Capital, Rebel and Holdmark, producing exciting mixed-use buildings for Sydney and ultimately across Australia.